da, da, da. Is the speaker? Oh. Hello. Hello. Okay. We're gonna do equations today. Equations. Can you hear me? Da, 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 da. Hello. Hello. I think that is fine. Check my phone. गले में ठीक है. Yeah. Hey, hello. Hello. 1 2 check. 1 2 check. Good check. Hello. Hmm? The dog is barking, and I've just realized the study material I study material after restart. I start recording. Oh, the one is only you. Is the sound good? That much delay now. That much. But you can hear, no? You can hear in the stream. Ah. Like stream in the barrel. Got it. Okay. That is number of centers, no? That will be number of centers. I can't see their faces and all, no, here. So weird this is gonna be. This one is you. Sclat also happening simultaneously? Hello? Can you see me? Can you hear me? The people who have joined, if I'm audible, visible, all of it is happening fine, please let me know in the chat. MMDR Girls PU College Raichur, hello, good evening. Are you all ready to study? Everybody else, can you see me, hear me? Starting. Hello. Please keep joining. Good evening to everybody. Let us just promptly begin because it is already 5 o'clock. Yeah. Hello. I hope ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ chai, biscuit ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಮದು? Are you ready to sit and study now? Everybody has notes and their study material and all of that. Great. My name is Ramya. For people who don't know, my name is Ramya. I'm handling your CA Foundation Quantitative Aptitude. Today we'll start with a very easy, very lightweight chapter that is weighing about 10% of marks in your CA Foundation exam. We'll be doing equations. Okay. Equations all of you would have done in high school also. Yes or no? 6th to 10th grade as well. You would have done equations. What are equations? Equations are any okay, wherever there is an LHS and an RHS and there is an is equal to in between, that is an equation. Why? There is equating. Equating is what? Mane, if I'm saying x is equal to 3, what am I doing here? I'm equating. Yes, that is an equation. That's all. Now, okay. When we look at equations, for example, 3x plus y is equal to 5, for example. Any equation, simple equation. 2x plus 5 is equal to 10, whatever. Yeah. Now in this, there are elements, yes or no? What is x here? X is a variable. Yeah. And what is phi here? 5 is a constant. Y constant and y variable? X can be anything, yes or no? When I say 2x, what is the value of x? The value of x can be anything. X can be -1, x can be 1, x can be 0. X is anything, so it is a variable, whereas 5 here is constant. Change ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಇದು. Wherever you are doing in this equation, that 5 will remain 5. Yes. What is 2 here? Because 2 will not change, but it has a variable next to it, correct? 2x, x is the variable. So what is 2? It is called a coefficient. 2 here is called a coefficient. Yes? Okay. Now, whenever there is an equation and there are variables in this equation, there will be something called root. Now, what is a root? A root is the solution to it. A solution to what? A solution to the equation. What does this mean? If I tell you 2x is equal to 4, how will you solve it? You will say x is equal to 4 divided by 2. Why? 2 will jump. Very basic mathematics. Very basic mathematics. So x is what? 2. Yes? Now, x is the variable for which in this equation, to satisfy the equation, what is satisfaction of the equation? Where LHS is equal to RHS. Now, in this situation, if I say x is equal to 1, 2x into is equal to 4, will it be satisfied? 2 into x will be 2 into 1. If I do that, will 2 equal 4? No, 2 is not equal to 4. So is the equation satisfied? No. But if we do it like this here, where we take x as 2, will the equation be satisfied then? 2x is equal to 4? Yes. So in this equation, root is 2. Why? X is 2. Okay. So basic terms, yes. Wherever there is an x or a y or a z, all of those are variables. Whenever we have a number that is with the variable, that accompanies the variable, that is a coefficient. And there are constants in an equation. The solution to the equation is known as root of the equation. Yes? Now, when we are doing basic equations for this class, please remember x, y, z, these are in this topic normally used variables. Similarly, a, b, c, these are coefficients. Okay, and the roots are denoted by alpha, beta. Okay, what are alpha and beta? Roots. That's all. Simple. Nothing complicated. If there is any doubt, please let me know in the chat. I'm looking at the chat from time to time. Please tell me immediately if there is any doubt whatsoever. Okay. 6 centers have already joined. Very good. Very good. For all those who have missed the basics and the introduction, my name is Ramya. I'll be handling equations, CA Foundation Quantitative Aptitude. We are dealing with equations chapter in your book. We have just seen what an equation is. It's a simple LHS is equal to RHS situation, where in this chapter, please note that x, y, z are usually used for variables, a, b, c are used for coefficients, and alpha and beta are used for roots. Can we go ahead? Now, what is a linear equation? A linear equation, okay. All of us have seen what power is, correct? In school you would have seen, if I say 3 to the power of 2, what is this? Does it say 3 into 2? Does it say 3 plus 2? What does this mean? Power is what? 3 into 3, correct? Similarly, if I say 2 to the power of 3, what does this mean? 2 into 2 into 2. Very basic primary school level. All of us know this, yes? Now, when there is an equation where it says x plus 2 is equal to 5, okay, what is the highest power in this? What is the highest power? Does it say x square? Does it say x cube? Does it say 2 to the power of 1? Does it say anything? No. So the highest power in this equation is what? 1. Yes. When I say 2, 2 to the power of 1, yes, is equal to 2. If I say 2 to the power of 2, that means 2 into 2. Similarly, yes. So if there is a 3, what is the default power here? It is 1, correct? So in an equation that is 3x plus y is equal to 6, what is the highest power here? 1. So whenever there is an equation in which the highest power which is called degree of the equation, okay, so if there is an equation that is x cube plus y square plus 6 is equal to 0, what is the highest power here that you can see loudly? Hello Bhimapa, can you hear me now? Is this audible? Is this audible to everybody? Do I need to speak louder? Please respond in the chat. Can you hear me now? If there is a further issue, let me know. In this equation, for example, once again, x cube, y square and 6. Now, we all know this, no? X to the power of 2 is called square. X to the power of 3 is called cube. These are basics, no? This and all you should know. Cube, square, when I'm using for 3 and 2 powers, we will not ever use to the power of 3 to the power of 2, no. Square and cube. In this equation, what is the degree of this equation? Degree of the equation means highest power of the variable in the equation. Okay. What is it here? It is 3. So this becomes cubic equation. Why? The highest power is cube. Okay. Similarly, if I tell you y square plus x is equal to 5, which is the highest degree here? What is the degree here? What is the highest power here? It is 2. Yeah. 2 means what? Square. Yes. That is called a quadratic equation. Why not square equation and all? Don't ask. Math. It is like that. Yeah, that is a quadratic equation. Now, if there is a equation that says, for example, z to the power of 4 plus a to the power of 3 is equal to 10. What is the degree here? Degree is 4. Degree means what? Highest power in the equation. Now, this is called biquadratic equation. In this chapter, we will primarily see what? We'll see cubic equation, we'll see quadratic equation, and we will see linear equation. Okay? Linear equations mean what? Linear equations mean where the degree of the equation is 1. There is no power to any of the variable. The highest power remains 1. Okay, whenever we see that, it is called a linear equation. Is that clear to everybody? Yeah? Okay. Now, any problems so far? Are you all understanding? Shall we move ahead? So far so good? So far clear? Great. Moving ahead. Okay. So, let us take some examples of what is linear equation, what is not linear equation. Okay. Now, if I say 3x plus y is equal to 10, is this a linear equation? Can you let me know in the chat? Is this a linear equation? Good. It is a linear equation. Okay. Similarly, if I tell you 3 square plus x is equal to 20, is this a linear equation? This is also a linear equation. But you will say, oh, but there is a power. The power is on a constant. It is not on a variable. What is 3 square? 9 plus x is equal to 20. Is there a power here? No. So when there is a power on a constant, okay, or when there is a power on a constant, it is not a power. Why? Because we know what it is. We can calculate it. But if I say x square, we don't know what the value of x is yet. We don't know what the root is. We are calculating the root. So when I say x square, that is degree 2. If I say 2 to the power of 3, is it cubic equation? No, it is still linear. Why? Because we know 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. Okay? Clear so far? Please keep replying on the chat, just so I know I'm audible. Are you understanding, yes or no? If one of you could just please, in each center, you can just sit near the chat and keep replying as per whatever doubts you have. Shall we move ahead now? We have seen what is a linear equation, quadratic equation, cubic equation, biquadratic equation. In this chapter, we'll deal with what? Cubic, quadratic, linear. What is a cubic equation? Where the degree of the equation means what? Highest power of the variable in the equation is 3. That is a cubic equation. Where the degree of the equation is 2. So the highest power of the variable in the equation is 2. It is a square. It is a quadratic equation. Where the highest power in the equation is 1, which means no square, no cube, nothing. That is a linear equation. Okay, cool. Shall we move on ahead? Great. Now, all of you have the study material, I'm assuming. Yeah. Can we, yeah. Can we please try and solve the first question that you can see on the screen here? This is from the ICAI material. What will be directly, what ICAI has ICAI is the CA institution. What their study material, sums we are taking, we are not doing content. All the content has been properly given to you with the study material. We are just taking 1 or 2 questions to solve here and there. Okay, can we see if we can solve this? What does it say? Minus 7x plus 1 is equal to 5 minus 3x. Yes, we have to do what? We have to find x. Very simple. Yes, minus 7x. This minus 3 will go that side of the equal to, will happen. What will happen? It will become plus is equal to 5. This 1 will jump that way and it will become minus 1. Correct? Is equal to, this becomes what? Minus 4x is equal to 4. Yes. X is equal to what? X is equal to minus 1. Very, very easy. Option is B. Very simple. Any doubts so far? Any doubts at all? Very, very simple stuff. Very fun stuff in the exams as well. Very, very scoring stuff. Is everybody following? Yes or no? Please keep replying in the chat. Great. Now, in this equation, what did we see? Did we see more than one variable or just one variable? What was the variable in this equation? X. So only one variable, correct? Now, if the equation, for example, is 2x plus 9 is equal to what? 0. That is how many variables? 1. If I say 2y is equal to 5, one variable, yeah. But if I say 2x plus 3y is equal to 10, how many variables does this have? It has x, it has y, two different variables. If I say 2x plus 3x, it is still one variable. Are you understanding this? 2x plus 3y, two different variables. In this case, can you directly solve this equation if I give it to you like this? 2x plus 3y is equal to 10. You cannot. Why? There are two variables. Yes. How will you solve two variable? These are when there are two variables, you will need automatically two or more than two equations to figure out what the value of those variables are. These are called simultaneous equation. Do not worry, simultaneous will make it simple equations. Nothing. For example, okay. Once again explain. Which concept are we talking about, Nagraja? ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Okay, cool. Now, look at the first question, look at the last question on page number 14 of your study materials. If you want, we can do this in class. What does it say? X plus y is equal to 3 and 3x minus 2y is equal to 4. Yes. Nagaraj, you said I have to repeat something. You didn't tell me what I should repeat. When you have doubts, all of you, please write what the topic of the doubt, okay? And I'll repeat that if need be. Now, simultaneous equations. In these two equations, how many variables are you seeing? You're seeing x and you're seeing y. Any other variables are you seeing? No. So there are two. We have two equations, yes? So, how do we solve this? Simple. You should have, you would have already done this in 8th class maths, 9th class maths. Simple. When they say x plus y is equal to 3, can you also say x is equal to 3 minus y? Yes, what happened here? Y came here. Yes, very, very basic maths. Now, simple. When you have x value as 3 minus y, we simply replace, exchange. Exchange where? In the second equation. 3, x is what? 3 minus y? Minus 2y is equal to 4. So what does it become? 3 into 3, 9, minus 3y minus 2y is equal to 4. Yeah, minus 5y is equal to 4 minus 9 is equal to minus 5. Y is what? Y minus minus cut. 5 came here. Y is equal to 1. Okay. that. Why 2 and 1? Because when you see that y is 1, we already have this equation here, no? What is x? 3 minus 1. Why 3 minus y is x? We now know that y is 1. So x is equal to 3 minus 1. X is equal to 2. So x is 2, y is 1. What is the option? Excuse me. This is the option. Option A is the correct answer. Is it clear? Can we move ahead? Very basics. All of this is very straight, very simple, very fun. Yes or no? This you would have done all of it in school itself. So CA foundation as well. Easy stuff. This is the very basic stuff. Very nice, lightweight, easy to score stuff. Okay. Should we do another question or shall we move ahead? Let's do another question. Question number 7 in your books. Or should we do something else? Yeah. Let's do example number 10. These are word problems. If you already have the equation, Andre, you can solve it. But in question number 10, in your study material, page number 15, question number 10, if you see, do you have equation here? No. So how will you do it? You have to first make the equations, then you have to solve them. Okay? Very simple. Just read carefully once, twice. Repeat in your mind and you can make the equation. Okay? Example number 10. What does it say? 5 pens and 6 pencils together cost 9. Okay? Now, what does this mean? Okay. If we say pens and pencils are the variables, why? What is one pen ka cost? You don't know. What is one pencil ka cost? We don't know. So what we don't know is what variables, because even in this equation also, what is the value that we didn't know? We didn't know x, correct? We didn't know x, and now we were searching for x, correct? So in this equation, what is happening? Okay, in this equation, for example, if I have to say 5 pens and 6 pencils, can I say pen is x and pencil is y, and we can say 5x plus 6y is equal to 9? Can we say that? After reading the first sentence of your question in your books, can you say 5x plus 6y is equal to 9? Similarly, can you all try and write the second question, the second equation? What does it say? 3 pens and 2 pencils cost 5. Same. Is there a new variable? Did they say scale, eraser? No. Still pen and pencil. So still two variables. Pen is what? X. Pencil is what? Y. We have already seen here 5 pens and 6 pencils, they said, no? So if we are saying that 5 pens, 6 pencils are 9, and we are taking pen as x and pencil as y, the first equation, what did we say? 5x plus 6y is equal to 9. Similarly, what will now be the second equation? Can you tell me? What does it say? 3 pens and 2 pencils. What does this cost? 5 rupees. So what is the second equation? Pens 3, pencils 2, total cost 5. Now can you solve it? Now that we have two equations, can we solve it? Until now, what was the issue? We didn't have the equation only. They were talking pens and pencils and all. How will I solve the equation? But now that I have the equations, can I solve them? We can try. Okay. Now, can we do replacement in this equation? The other one in previous example, Ilnodi, this one was a very small equation. Yes, we could very easily find out x is equal to 3 minus 5 and do replacement. When it is not so simple, when it is not simple replacement, then what should we do? Question skip ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. No, joke. In this scene, what we should do is, there are two methods to solve these equations. One is called elimination. If you all watch Indian Idol, Dance Jodi, whatever, reality TV shows, if you watch, in that they'll do this, no? They'll do this semi-final cricket IPL ದಲ್ಲಿ semi-finals में if two teams are fighting, RCB and Chennai, if RCB wins, Chennai will be eliminated. Elimination means what? Elimination means finish. Out ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. Okay na? So the first thing here is, how many variables? We have two variables, x and y. If there is only one variable, you can solve the equation. So what we are doing is, one variable we will eliminate. How? If there is an equation, how will you remove one variable? Very simple. Now, here it says 5x plus 6y is what? 9. Yeah. If I don't want the y in this, there is a 6y. So what I'll do is, the second equation I'll multiply by 3. So this whole thing I'll multiply by 3. Why? LHS RHS, both sides, if I do into 3, it's okay. Yes or no? Same equation. So that will become what? 9x plus 6y is equal to 15. Yes. Now, if I add both these equations, what will happen? 5x plus 6y is equal to 9 minus 9x plus 6y is equal to 15. If I want to do this, if I want to do basic simple subtraction, what will happen? Minus 4x, this is minus, so this will also become minus, plus 0. Why? 6y 6y is equal to what? Yes, minus minus gone. Now what? X is equal to 6 by 4 or 3 by 2 or 1.5. Any doubts? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Yes? Okay, good. Let's move on. Now, if you have now found out the value of x, then what? Simple replacement. Now we already know what? That 5x plus 6y is equal to 9. Now we have the value of x. Yes. Now there is only one variable. This equation only we can solve. Yeah. Now 5 into 1.5, 7.5 plus 6y is equal to 9. Very simple. 6y is equal to 1.5. Why? 9 minus 7.5. Now y is equal to what? 1.5 by 6, which is 0.25. So what have we found out? X we already first found out. What was X? 1.5. What was Y? 0.25. X is what in this equation? Pen. Y is what? Pencil. Yes. So one pen cost 1.5 rupees and one pencil cost a quarter rupee, 0.25. Okay. So in this option is what? A. Okay. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Do we want to do one more question or should we move ahead? Reply in the chat, please, everybody. Shall we move ahead? Okay. Please make a note, if you can. Question number 2. Question number 2 on page number 14. Question number 7 on page number 15. And question number 11 on page number 15. These let us do homework. Okay. Very, very simple questions, very, very straight questions. Tomorrow, if at all you have any doubts in these questions, we'll do in class. So, page 14, question number 2, page 15, question number 11, and page 15, question number 7. Aita, can we move ahead? Move ahead. Great. Very good. Thank you. Now, let us move on to quadratic equations. We just saw what are quadratic equations. What are quadratic equations? Where the degree of the equation is 2. Yes, do you remember? Quadratic equation, degree is what? Highest power. So wherever the variable has a square power, yes, wherever the variable has a power of 2, that is a quadratic equation. Yes, shall we try and solve a few questions? Yeah. Now, quadratic equations, the form of the equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. What does this mean? A and B and C are coefficient and constant. Yes, x is variable. Okay, so if I say 3x square plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, that is a quadratic equation. Okay, where A, B, C are coefficient and constant. X, there is a variable which the highest power is 2. Okay, that is a quadratic equation. Now, quadratic equation, whenever you have a quadratic equation, you can solve it with two methods. Factorization. What is factorization? You would have studied this in 10th class mathematics. Factorization, and second one is formula. What is the formula? We'll see. First, if we can, should we try some? We can try. Yeah. Let's try the example 14 on page number 16. X square minus 5x plus 6 is 0. X square minus 5x plus 6 is 0. What method are we using? We are using factorization. Okay. Now, factorization means what? can I write this 5x as minus 2x minus 3x? Yes, I can. Why? Minus 2x minus 3x is minus 5x. I did nothing. What did I do? I just wrote it swalpa differently. Why did I write it like this? Because now I can take common. Minus 2 minus 3 x minus 2. Yes, x minus 3 x minus 2. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? simple equation only, no? See, here I have taken 5x as minus 2 minus 3. Minus 5x minus 2 minus 3, same thing. I have taken common x from here, x minus 2 I have taken common. So when I do factorization, it is so that I can simplify the equation. Did I simplify the equation here? Yes. Now these are called factors of the equation. Okay na? What are the factors in this question? X minus 3, x minus 2. Okay. So if I take x minus 3 is 0, how much is x? X is equal to 3. If I say x minus 2 is equal to 0, what is x? 2. Yes. Why did I take it as 0? Because these two are factors of the equation. So in this equation, my x values are x is equal to 3 and it is equal to 2. Why two solutions? First of all, let's see if we are correct. Okay, x square minus 5x is equal plus 6 is equal to 0. Let's take 2 first. 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. 4 minus 10 plus 6 is equal to 0. Correct? Yes or no? Minus 10, 4 and 6 are 10, 0. Yes, perfect. So the first answer is correct. 2 is correct. Similarly, if you check 3, same thing. 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 6 is equal to 0. 9 minus 15 plus 6 is equal to 0. Correct. So first, this is correct. X is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. This is correct. Now, why are there two solutions? Because the power is 2. This is one thing you have to remember. Linear equation, the highest power is 1. So, linear equation has how many solutions? One solution. Or do you remember what we thought was what we know is the word for solution in the equation? Root. So linear equation has how many roots? It has one root. Similarly, how many roots does quadratic equation have? Two roots. Why? Because degree is 2. Similarly, when we go to cubic equation, how many roots will cubic equation have? 3 roots. Why? Degree will be 3. What is degree? Cubic equation, x cube plus 3x plus 6. The degree is 3. So there can be 3 roots. Yeah. Say loudly. Is okay, can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me? Am I audible? Please everybody once confirm. Is there an issue with the voice now? Hello? Bhima Pavre, I think only you have, your end has some issue with the volume. Try turning up the volume. If there is an issue, let me speak a bit loudly. Can you hear me now? Please confirm on the chat. Can we move on ahead? Rest of us also confirm on chat. Can we move on ahead? Is this question clear to everybody? Okay, thank you. Okay, shall we try another question before we move ahead? Simple quadratic equation. Okay, let us look at this question. 8x, x square minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0. X square minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0. Now, in your study material, please say more loudly. Sanganabre, can you hear me now? Am I audible to everybody? Okay, let's move ahead. In this, what can we do? Simple factorization we just saw. What will I factor? How will I factor? I will have to factor so that I can take in common. Take in common. Now, what can I take in common? X minus 4. Y minus 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 plus ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay. Okay, great. In this, the factor is what? X is equal to 4. In both the scenarios, x is equal to 4. Okay. Simple factorization. Factorization, I understand. You have to practice to know in what to split. Because 8 you can split as 2 and 6. You can split as 4 and 4. You can split as 3 and 5, 1 and 7. In which way to split will take practice. Okay. Once you start practicing more and more, you will be able to factorize very easily. The moment I saw 16, I was like 4. Why? Because once you start practicing some 6 sums, if you do, 7th sum, you will be like, you know what to do. 7th sum, you will catch up like this. Okay. Now, factorization done. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the chat. Can we move ahead to the formula method, or do you want me to solve a few more sums in the factorization method? Please let me know. Yes, ma'am. Okay. We can solve a few more questions, no problem. Okay. Can we do this? 5x square minus 4x plus 2. 5x square minus 4x plus 2. Okay. 10 and 6. Can you tell me what this can be? Now, let us first see what are 4 factors. How can you write 4? 2 and 2, 1 and 3. Both of these won't work here. So how else can you write 4? 10 minus 6. Yeah. 8 minus 4. how can you write 4? Can you hear me now, all of you? Is there still a voice issue? Should I speak more loudly or are you able to hear me? Yes? Okay, great, cool. Okay. Anybody? Okay, great. For equations like this, where immediately on looking if you can't factorize, what is the other method? Formula. What is the quadratic formula? There is a quadratic formula. Now, you would have studied this in 10th, pakka. What is the formula? Very important. Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac whole under 2a. Yes. What is a? What is b in this? 5 is a, 4 is b, 2 is c. Is this clear to everybody? Why? Because we saw form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So in this, what is the a? 5x square, 5 is a, plus bx, 4x, 4 is b, plus 2, 2 is c is equal to 0. Okay. In this scenario, we have a formula and we have ABC for solving for x. Shall we go ahead and solve it? Let us do it. So, here, please note, what is this plus and minus ka significance is, you know how alpha and beta are roots? If you do minus b plus underscore b square minus 4ac whole by 2a, if you do that, that is first root. First root is what? Minus b plus b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Beta is what? Minus b minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay. So plus minus, plus is one root, minus is other root. So in this case, can we simply do this? What is b? Minus 4 plus under root 4 square minus 4 into 5 into 2 whole divided by 2 into 5, which is what? Can you all still hear me? We are simply solving. If you have calculators, you can also start doing it. Yeah. So inside the root, if you solve first, 10, 40, okay. 4 square is what? 16. 16 minus 40. 16 minus 40 is what? 24. Minus 4 plus under root 24 minus. Does this seem correct to all of you? Have we done a mistake somewhere? No? Okay. Now, by 10. Similarly, if we do minus, same thing. For the 2022, okay. Minus, okay. Those are the roots. Now, this is complicated because minus 24 root and all is irrational number, I know, but you can get these questions. Don't be scared. Never be scared of playing around with the numbers. Okay, nothing will happen. Paper and pen won't come out and hit you. You can be wrong also, no issues. Okay. Now, in this formula, where root is minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac all upon 2a, in this equation, you see this part, what is it? Under root b square minus 4ac. This b square minus 4ac is called determinant. Detergent alla, determinant. Determinant. What is a determinant? Something that determines. What does that word mean? That means it decides, it tells you. Determine means, okay. Determine means, if I tell you, okay, if I tell you I am going to check my results and I come back smiling, you can determine that I have passed. If I come back crying, you can determine, you can tell, you can figure out that I have not passed. Okay. Determining means figuring out, finding out. Sign, you can look at one sign and you can tell. Okay. What can you tell in this case? Determinant d is equal to b square minus 4ac. By looking at this in the quadratic equation, what can you tell? You can tell whether the roots are real or not. How can you tell? If you simply do d and the d is less than 0, it is minus, then the roots are imaginary. If d is equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. Now, in this, if you remember, in this one, x minus 4, x minus 4, okay. What did we see? We saw that both of these roots, alpha and beta, are both equal. Yes or no? 4. So in this equation, what is the equation? X square minus 8x plus 15 plus 16. If I do determinant, what is the determinant? B square minus 4ac. What is that in this equation? B is what? 8. 8 square minus 4 into 1. Why 1? X square. No coefficient. Coefficient is 1 into C. Can you set, okay. So, okay. 8 square is what? 8 into 8 minus 4 into 16, which is what? 64 minus 64 is equal to 0. Yes, the determinant in this equation is 0. When determinant is 0, the roots are what? The roots are equal and real. 4 is a real number. Yes, 4, both alpha and beta are 4 in this equation. Why? How did we find out? Because it was equal to 0. Okay. So, like we saw in that question, like we proved with that question, where d is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. Now, what else can happen if d is greater than 0 and the solution is perfect square number? What is a perfect square number? 2 2s are what? 4. Okay, similarly 3 square is what? 3 3s are 9. 4 square is what? 16. Any number that is a perfect square. If you do b square minus 4ac determinant and the answer is more than 0 and the answer is a perfect square number, then the roots are what? Roots are real, they are distinct, and they are rational numbers. Now, real numbers, okay, distinct what? In d is equal to 0, the roots were equal. In this case, the roots will be separate. So the roots will be real, they will be different, distinct, and good rational numbers. Okay. Hi Akhila. The exam you will write in English, yes or no? Questions will come in English. If it is economics or some other subject, concepts and all, I can teach you in Kannada. In quant, if I tell you real, distinct, rational, determinant, these words and all, how can I teach you in Kannada? If you want, I can reduce the speed, or you can take help from your other classmates. But if you think about it, exam mein it will come in English. The questions will all be in English. And if I tell you quadratic equation, Kannada mein, first of all, I don't know what that would be, quadratic equation in Kannada. And second, even if I tell you like that in the exam, what will you do? Quadratic equation and all, how will you recognize? Tell me. Okay. What is the other scenario where d is equal to 0, but the roots are not perfect squares? Okay, it is greater than 0, but it is numbers like 3, 5, 7, not prime numbers, but say, I don't know, even 40, not perfect square numbers. Then the roots are what? Real and irrational numbers. Okay, all of these you can write down quickly. The determinant in the quadratic equation will be able to tell you the nature of the root. Depending on what answer you get with determinant b square minus 4ac in a quadratic equation, if you get 0, the roots are equal and real. If you get more than 0, squared number, roots are real and rational. Like that, by doing minus b square plus 4ac, you can figure out what is the root nature. What is the nature of the roots? Okay? Great. Can we solve some questions? Using the formula, we did using the factorization method. Now, can we solve the same question using formula? Let us try. Okay. Okay. First, let's see, look at this. Example number 21. Roots of the quadratic equation of 2x square plus x plus 1. Sorry. 2x square plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. What have they asked? This is question number 21, page number 17, please see. Roots of quadratic equations are real and distinct or not? Yes, they are asking us not to solve the question. They are asking us what is the nature of the roots of the equation. How will we find out? We just saw determinant. What is the determinant? Determinant is minus b, sorry, b square minus 4ac. Aita? In this case, what is a? A is 2. What is b? B is 1. What is c? C is 1. Okay? Is there any doubt? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 1. So a in this equation is 2, b in this equation is 1, and c in this equation is minus 1. Yes? So what is the determinant? B square, 1 square minus 4 into 2 into minus 1. Yes? 1 minus 4 to the 8 minus 1. So plus 8. Yes, 9. Now we just saw what is 9. 9 is a, first of all, d is what? D is 9. So d is greater than 0. Yes. D is a perfect square number. Yes. Why? Because 3 square is 9. Yes, 9 is a perfect square number. So what are the roots when d is equal to 0 and it is a perfectly squared number? What is the roots are real, distinct. What does that mean? The roots are real, they are not same, they are separate roots, and they are rational number roots. So what is the answer in the 21st question? Option A, real and distinct. Aita? Ardhagta idya? I know this is a little bit more complicated, but it is an easy question to solve in the exam. All you need to do is swalpa practice and exam the this is the most scoring. Okay, you can score this chapter equations in the, you'll get some 10 marks. Sorry, 10% of the marks. Okay, very simple. Simple practice say you can get it. So don't miss out on these. Can we move on ahead and solve one more question? Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. Let us look at solution of the quadratic question number 16, page number 16. Excuse me. Explain in Hindi also. सर हिंदी में भी अगर मैंने समझा दिया तो आप फाउंडेशन एग्जाम में क्या करेंगे? वहां पे जब क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा इंग्लिश में आएगा ना, क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन वगैरह. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज टेल मी, इफ आई डू बेसिक हिंदी कन्नड़ा, will that uh, will that help in any way? Because words like quadratic and determinant and roots and all, I have to speak in English. सो अगर मैं ऐसे समझाऊं कि क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस इस तरह सॉल्व करते हैं, डिटर्मिनेंट इस तरह यूज करते हैं, if you want me to speak like this, if that you can understand, please let me know, and I'll talk to the people here and ask if I can do that. Okay, अभी के लिए for now question number 16, page number 16. ठीक है, what are they asking us? They are asking us for 3x square plus 10x plus 73 is equal to 0. Yeah. Now, इसमें do you want to try factorization? Because factorization भी इसमें आप शायद कर सकते हो. Or you can simply use the formula. What is the quadratic formula? B minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac the whole thing divided by 2a. Yes. In this equation, what is ABC? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. A in this equation is what? 3. B is what? 10. C is what? 73. Yes, clear. Minus 10 plus under root 10 square minus 4 into 3 into 73 whole divided by 2 into 3. Yes, what is the answer? Can you solve and tell me in the chat? Minus 10 plus under root 100 minus 4 threes are 12. 12 times 12 multiplied by 73 is how much? 12 multiplied by 73, 876 whole divided by 6. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Can we see now? Can we go ahead? So far, so clear. So minus 10 plus under root minus 776 divided by 6. Yeah. Now, 27 into 27 is 729. Now, 27 square is 129. Yes. But we have 776 here. What is the difference? What is the difference? Can anybody tell me? Simple, no? 776 minus 729, 47. Okay. What's okay? Similarly, when we do minus, when we do minus, then what happens? When we do minus with the thing, because right here we did what? We did it with plus. Similarly, if we do with minus, that is also another answer. Let us see how many we can solve here. Yeah. Try and solve these. It will be fun. Very, very easy once you understand. Ata? Cool. Can we move on ahead, people? Can we solve more questions? Can you say yes or no in the chat, please? Okay, move ahead. Can we? Great. Now, let's see some word problems. Here it says what? Question number 18 nodi. If difference between a number and its positive square root is 12, the numbers are. Why is this question here first of all? This is a very logical question. Do you need any formula to solve this? Honestly, no. What does it say? It says there is a number. Okay. The number and okay, x square is the number minus x is equal to 12. Okay, that is the equation. Why? It says there is a number and its square root. Its square root is equal to 12. Instead, to avoid square root, what we have done is x square minus x is equal to 12. Okay, that is the equation here. They have said the numbers are 9, 25, 16 and none. Okay, simple. If I do 9 here, if x square minus 9 is equal to 12, x will be what? Root 3 or something? Not right. No. What else? 25. If I say 25, x square minus 25 is equal to 12. You can try. It also will not work. 12 difference will not come. So what will come? Simple replacement we are doing. We are checking the answer with the options. That's all we are doing. 16. Now, if x square minus 16 minus x is equal to 12, will this work? Yes. Why will it work? Because x will be 4. 16 minus 4 is how much? 12. Correct. Equation is satisfied. Similarly, if we had done it with 25, 25 minus 5 is not equal to 12, yes or no? If we had done it with 9, 9 minus 3 is not equal to 12. Yeah. What else is the option? None. Okay. So if we had done 16 minus 4, however, it is 12. So the answer is option number B, 16. Why? Because it said the positive. Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you all hear me? Yeah? Okay. Why does 16 work here? 16 works here because 16, if you do square root of 16, you get 4. Now, if you remember, what if you say 16 root, it can be minus 4 and 4. Yes or no? Why? Minus 4 into minus 4 is also 16. Yes? 4 4s are also 16. What did the question say? The question said positive square root. If I do 16 minus the positive square root, which means not minus. So 16 minus positive square root, it should be 12. So x square minus x should be 12. That is why we took that equation. Okay. Is it clear? Now, if the same equation, if the options were not so simple, if we had to do this by quadratic equation, can we do that, sir? Of course. Minus b, okay, plus under root b square minus 4ac whole upon 2a. Yes, in this equation, what is the equation? X square minus x is equal to 12. Can we write this as x square minus x plus, minus 12 is equal to 0? Hello? Can you not hear me? Is there an issue with the audio still? Anybody except for Bhimappa sir, can the rest of you hear me properly? Is everybody having a voice issue or is it just with Bhimappa sir? Is it only Raichur problem? Or does everybody else also have the same problem? Can we continue now? Yes? Let me know in the chat if you have any issues. I hope you can hear me now. Okay, so why did we take the 12 here? Because the quadratic equation form should be ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Yes, so in this case we wanted here to be 0 and we didn't have a c here. So we took the 12 here. Once we do that, can we tell what A and B and C are? A is 1. Why? X square does not have a coefficient. X, does it have a coefficient? No. So B is also 1. C is minus 12. Yes, clear? Can we now replace minus 1 plus under root 1 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 12. Yes, whole divided by 2 into 1, which is what? Minus 1 plus, there's a minus there, so 1 plus 48 whole divided by 2. Now, minus 1 plus under root 49 divided by 2. Now, can we do under root? Can we square root 49? Yes. Why? 7 sevens are 49. Correct. So, minus 1 plus under root, if we do to 49, if we take the square root, it is 7. So, 7 can come out by 2. Yes. So, 6 by 2 is equal to 3. So, the first root is 3. Alpha is 3. Why? In this case, we only did with the plus. Now, can we find out the next root by making it with the minus of the quadratic equation? Yes. If you remember, we studied this in the starting. Yes. In the quadratic equation, if you do it with minus b, plus or minus, what is that plus or minus? Plus is root alpha. If you do the same formula with minus, it is the second root, the beta. So in this case, if I do minus b minus, yes, b square minus 4ac whole upon 2a, that will be the beta solution, the second root. Why? Because the first root I did with plus, second root I can do with minus and find out. Yes. Will the ABC change? No, ABC will remain same. So I can just simply do it. B is what? 1 minus 1 minus 1 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 12. Correct? Whole divided by 2 into 1. Clear? Okay. Now, what is that coming to? Is equal to minus 1. Inside, if we do, what is happening? 1 minus, sorry, plus. Why? This minus and minus 2 times. Plus 48. So, whole divided by 2. What is happening again? Minus 1 minus root 49 whole divided by 2. Root 49 is again what? 7. 7 sevens are 49. So, minus 1 minus 7 divided by 2. Minus 8 divided by 2. So, minus 4. This is beta. Yes. So the first root is 3. The second root is minus 4. Yes. Clear? Do you think you are understanding? Are there any doubts so far? So far we have done what we have seen what an equation is. We have seen what are the types of equation: linear equation, quadratic equation, cubic equation. What is that? How can you determine what is linear, cubic, quadratic? There is something called a degree in the equation. What is the degree of the equation? Degree of the equation means what is the highest power of the variable in one equation. Means what? If x has x to the power of 2, if x is square, that is the highest power to the variable in the equation, then the equation is called as quadratic equation. If the highest power to the variable in the equation is 1, so no power to any variable, that is linear equation. If the variable has power 3, if it is cube, that is a cubic equation. Okay, when it is a linear equation, the degree is 1, there is only one solution, one root. Where there are two roots, where the degree is 2, where it is a quadratic equation, there are two roots. Similarly, in a cubic equation, where the degree is 3, where the highest power on the equation is 3, the roots are also 3. Three possible roots. In this case, similarly, in this equation, which is what, x square minus x is equal to 12. In this equation as well, the degree was what, 2. The highest power of the variable was 2, which is why we can get two roots. Yes, because we got two roots. First root was first root was 3. Second root was minus 4. Correct? How are there two roots? How can there be two roots? Because the degree was 2. Okay? All of this again, quantitative aptitude theory subject, it's not a theory subject. आप जितना प्रैक्टिस करेंगे उतना आपको ये समझ में आएगा, उतना आपको ये enjoy करेंगे आप. ठीक है? Can we go on ahead? Can everybody still hear me? Are you understanding so far? Yes. Okay, great. Can we move on and solve some other questions? Yes. Let's move on to the next concept. What is the concept? The concept is, what is the relation between these roots? So, the first root, what did we call it? The first root we called it alpha. Second root we called it beta. Yes. Now, you can't hear my voice. Okay. Hanumesh ji, can you hear me now? Is it clear now? Am I not speaking loudly? Can you all hear me now? Bhimappa sir, Hanumesh sir, can you confirm? Are you able to listen to me now? Sangarna sir? Can you all hear me now? Hanumesh sir, are you saying we can continue, or are you saying you can't hear my voice? Okay, great. Let's move on. So we are trying to see the relationship between these roots. What do you mean relationship between these roots? Now, if I say alpha plus beta, which is what, root 1 plus root 2. If I want sum of the roots. If you remember basic mathematics mein, we used to study, if we do a plus b, that is sum. If we do minus a minus b, that is difference. If we do multiply A and B, it is a product. Yes, do you remember these things? So in this, thank you Bhima sir, thank you Sangana sir. Hanumesh sir, can you hear me? Please confirm. Okay, great. In this case, if I say alpha plus beta, that is what sum of the roots. Now, the sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a. What is b? B is coefficient of x. A is what? Coefficient of x square. What does this mean? Ghabraiye mat. We saw, no, in the starting of the class, we saw coefficient. What is a coefficient? A coefficient is when I say 3x square, this is what? This is the power or the degree. What is x? X is the variable. Similarly, what is the 3 here? The 3 is what is the coefficient. Okay. What is the coefficient? Whatever is with the variable. In this case, in the case of a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. In this quadratic equation, what is a? A is the coefficient of x square. What is b? B is the coefficient of x. Ardhagta idea. So when we say there is a quadratic equation, there are automatically two roots. Why are there two roots? Because the degree is 2. Yes, we just discussed this. So when there are two roots, what is the relationship between these two roots? If I say root 1 plus root 2 or alpha plus beta, the answer is minus b by a, where b is the coefficient of x and where a is the coefficient of x square. Yes. Similarly, if I say product of the roots, what is product? Product is multiply. So if I say alpha root 1 into beta root 2, if we say that, what is the product of roots? Product of roots is c by a. What is c? C is the constant. What is the a? A is the coefficient of a square. Ardhagta idea? In a quadratic equation, the product of two roots is c by a. Can we confirm this? We just solved this question, no? We just solved this question. What did we solve? X square minus x is equal to 12. Yes, we solved x square minus x is equal to 12, for example. We made that into what? X square minus x minus 12 is equal to 0. Now that became a quadratic equation format. Now when we solved that, the first root was 3, second root minus 4. Yes. So alpha is 3, beta is minus 4. If I want sum of the roots, alpha plus beta is equal to 3 plus minus 4, which is minus 1. Yes. How can I confirm this? Minus b by a. In this equation, what is b? 1. Yes. Why? Because coefficient is 1. Why? Nothing is there. 1 only. X into 1. Similarly, what is a? A is also 1. Why? 1x square. So, minus b is minus 1 divided by a, which is 1. It is also minus 1. So, this is correct. Similarly, for the same equation, if I am doing product. If I'm saying I want product of the roots, product of the roots is what? Into. Yes. So A alpha into beta is equal to what? What did we see? C by A. Correct. Product of the roots was what? C by A. So when I say C by A, in this equation, what is C? C is 12, correct? 12 divided by, what is A? 1. Yes, 1. So product should be 12. Can we confirm this? We know alpha is equal to 3. We know beta is equal to 4. Alpha into beta is equal to 3 into 4, which is 12. Yes, correct. ಅರ್ಥ ಇದೆಯಾ? So when there is a quadratic equation and they have two roots, all quadratic equations have two roots, the relationship between these roots is said through alpha and beta. If it is a sum of alpha and beta, it is minus b divided by a. If it is product of the two roots, it can be said by c by a. Okay? So far, can you understand? Yeah. Can we move ahead? Yeah. So quadratic equation, what and all have we seen? We have seen factorization method, we have seen the formula method, then we saw what? We saw the discriminant, the determinant. Yes, in the formula, whatever is under the square root, b square minus 4ac, that is called the determinant, the discriminant. What does that do? What does it determine? It determines, depending on what the answer is, it determines whether the roots of the quadratic equations, the solutions of the quadratic equations, whether they are real numbers, imaginary numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, equal, what is it? The nature of the roots, the type of number of the roots can be determined, can be found out through the discriminant or the determinant. Clear? Okay. Moving on, then what did we see? We saw the relationship between the roots of a quadratic equation. What are the roots? What is the relationship between the roots? There can be alpha beta, the sum of alpha beta or the product of alpha beta. That can be said by the coefficients of x and x square. How does that work? We just saw minus b upon a is the sum of the roots. C upon A is the product of the roots of the quadratic equation. Clear? Can everybody understand so far? Can we move ahead to the cubic equation? Yes or no? First, okay. Okay. Question number 23 and 22 and 23 on page number 16 is homework. Aita, what did I say? I said page number 16. Page page number 17. Sorry, page number 17. Question number 22 and question number 23 are homework. We will discuss this tomorrow. Please try and solve. Tick all these. So far homework questions I have given how many? I have given 5 homework questions. Aita, please try and solve them and come, and tomorrow we will discuss them in class and see how many got right answers. Okay, great. Okay, now if you look at page number 18, there is something very interesting here. What have they said? They have said normally, till now what are we seeing? We are saying quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Out of that we get roots. What are the roots of this equation? Alpha and beta. They are now saying, imagine you are not given ax plus bx plus c, ax square plus bx plus c. They have given you directly alpha and beta, and you have to make the equation. Normally what happens, they give you the equation and you find out the roots. Here what are they saying? They are saying, we have given you the roots, you make the equation. Andre, here like we saw, imagine, instead of they saying x square minus x minus 12 is equal to 0, this if they don't give and they tell you alpha is 3 and beta is minus 4. If they give you this information without giving this information, then how will you make the equation yourself? That they have given here in page number 18. If you look at it, very, very simple. They say x square minus alpha plus beta plus alpha into beta is equal to 0. Yes. Now, did we not just see what is alpha plus beta? Did we not just see sum of alpha and beta is what? Sum is what? Minus b by a. Yes. Sum of alpha and beta is what? Minus b by a. Correct? So what have they said? They have said x minus b by a plus, what is the product of roots? Product of roots is c by a, we saw. Yes, is equal to 0. So if they have given you alpha and beta, you can simply, okay, in this equation for example, we have alpha as 3, we have beta as minus 4. Can we do this here? X square minus 3 minus 4x plus 3 into minus 4. Can we do that? Yes. We just simply put the roots in the formula. What is the answer to that? X square minus 3 minus 4 minus 1. Okay, so x plus 1. Sorry. 4. Okay. Minus x plus, sorry, minus 12. Let us try and do this again. 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now, if we do it in this way, whatever they said, what did they say? They said if they have given you the roots, it is very simple. What is very simple? Look at that. X square plus sum of the roots plus, sorry, x square minus sum of the roots plus product of the roots. So x square minus sum of the roots, 3 minus 4, x plus product minus 4 3, which is what? X square minus x, yes, minus 12. So was this correct? Is the formula correct? Yes. Okay. So when they have given you the roots, and you are trying to make the equation yourself, this is how you do it. Yes, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Can we move on ahead? Okay. Can we yeah, can we move on to the cubic equation? Now, until now, what did we see? We saw quadratic equation and we saw linear equation. Now, what is cubic equation? Where the highest power of the variable in the equation is 3. So, okay, what is the form of a linear equation? The form of a linear equation is ax plus b is equal to 0. Similarly, what is the form of a quadratic equation? It is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Correct? Now, when we come to cubic equation, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. Okay? That is the cubic formula. Now, cubic formula very rarely will come. Mostly quadratic formula is what is going. Akhila, which problem? You're talking about the relation between the roots problem, Akhila? Yeah? Haley? Roots one? Can I, should I just repeat the concept? Is this what you are saying? The Nodi, this quadratic equations, roots are given, you have to make equation. That is what you are saying? Yeah? If you want, we can do this. Okay, you know what, let's do this. Page number, page number 18, question number 30 Nodi. Page number 18, example 30, question number 30. What does it say? It says the roots of a equation, of a quadratic equation, are -3 and beta 5. Okay. Now, until what did we see? When this is happening, they have already given, even in your textbook itself, it is given. If you see, the equation can be written as x square minus alpha plus beta plus alpha into beta. Okay. Now, x square, what is alpha here? It is -3 plus 5. X plus alpha into beta. So, -3 into 5 is equal to 0. Okay. So, what does that give us? X square -3 plus 5 is 2. So, minus 2x minus 3 5s are 15 is equal to 0. We got that equation. Now, how can we confirm if we got the correct equation? We already have the roots, alva. Let us try with beta, for example. If it is the correct quadratic equation, the root should satisfy the equation, yes or no? So, if beta is a correct root, then this should work. Okay, 5 square 25 minus 2 5s are 10 minus 15. Correct. Why? 25 minus 25 is equal to 0. Correct. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Similarly, if we check with minus 3, same thing. Minus 3 square minus 3 minus 15 is equal to 0. So 3 square minus 3 square is also positive 9 minus minus plus 2 3s are 6 minus 15 is equal to 0. 9 plus 6 is 15, 15 minus 15 is equal to 0. Condition satisfied. That is the correct roots, which means if the roots are satisfying this is the correct equation. So we got the answer. We confirmed also that it is correct. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅಖಿಲ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಡೌಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಚಾಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, was that the doubt that you asked? We solved a different question. Is that the question that you had, Akhila madam? Yes. Now cubic equation, very rarely it will come in the exams. So what are we going to do? We are simply going to see whatever is there in our study material and that's it. Aita? Now, okay. In a cubic equation, did we not just see linear, one solution, quadratic equation, two solutions? Similarly, cubic equation, three solutions. Now quadratic dalli we took alpha beta. In cubic we need one more, gamma. Okay, so we have alpha, we have beta, we have gamma. These are three cubic roots. Aita? Now what are the relationships between these? Alpha, beta, gamma is product of the roots. In quadratic equation this was c divided by a, correct? Coefficient, constant divided by coefficient of x square. Here what they here what they have said, here they have said that where there are three roots, the product is minus d by a. A is what? Coefficient of x cube. Yes. Why? Did we not just say cubic relation, cubic equation, the layout of the equation, the nature of the equation is what? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. What is d here? D is the constant, correct? Divided by what is a here? A is the coefficient of x cube. Ardha? Similarly, when that is the form of the cubic equation, what other relationships can be there between alpha, beta, gamma? They are saying alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. So this does not change. Even in quadratic equation, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. What is B? B is the coefficient of x square. What is A? It is the coefficient of x cube here. Yes? Ardha. What else can be there? There are three roots. In quadratic, we saw sum and product, alpha plus beta, alpha into beta. Here, what else can be there? Here they have given one extra. What have they given us? They have given us alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. What is that? First root into second root into third root plus third root into first root. This is shown as C by A. Yeah. C by A in quadratic equation was what? Alpha into beta. Here C by A, which is what? Coefficient of x, coefficient of x cube. Yes. Coefficient of x and coefficient of x cube. This gives us what? First root, second root, alpha beta, second root, third root plus beta gamma plus third root, first root. Yes, understanding that relationship is given by C by A. Okay. Awesome. That's all. That's all. That is all the concept that we have. Aitha, we can solve some questions now. Okay, so far I have given you 5 questions for homework. If in any case you didn't write down, I will repeat them. Please see. Page number 14, question number 2. Page number 15, question number 11. Page number 15, question number 7. Page number 17, question 22, 23. These questions, try doing it at home. Tomorrow in the class we will quickly first 5 minutes dalli discuss ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And we'll quickly see what answers are there, and we'll quickly move on. Aita? Now cubic equation also concept we have done. If you want, we'll do questions quickly 5 minutes. Okay, now look at the roots. For example 42, simple, we can just simply do substitution. Okay, how about this? Page number 20, example question 42. Try and do that and come. You don't need to solve and anything, just replace. Aita, in a cubic equation 3 roots should work, yes or no? So in the bracket -3 -9 -1 andre all 3 of them should work. If it is option number C, 3 9 1, all 3 should satisfy the equation. What is satisfy the equation? If you replace it with the x is equal to 0 should be true. Ardha idea. Please try and solve that at home. We'll quickly do one we'll do one scenario and then we will wrap. Aita, quickly. Okay, here what did they say? They said x cube plus 7x square minus 21x minus 27 is equal to 0. Let us try 1. Okay, because why? Because it's the simplest one. Okay, 1 cube plus 7 into 1 square minus 21 into 1 minus 27 is equal to 0. Very, very simple. 1 cube is 1 plus 7 minus 21 minus 27. Aita? Is this true? It's not. Why? 8 minus 48 is not equal to 0. Satisfy agalla, which means plus 1 is not a correct root. So option C, option D wrong. Why? 1 does not satisfy. Aita? Similarly, like this, please do question number 42. One case I have already done and shown. Do the others. Let us discuss this tomorrow. Aita? Similarly, if you want to have some fun, try page 20 ದಲ್ಲಿ question number 4. Okay? Because it's a word problem. First you have to make the equation, then you have to solve it. Very fun. Aita? Try ಮಾಡ್ಸಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. We will discuss this tomorrow. Answers we will discuss really fast. Aita? That is it for today. It is 7 o'clock. Have your dinner. Good night. See you tomorrow. Homework ಮಾಡ್ಸಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. Thank you.